Yo, Elliot. So we had a question here from one of our buddies who, what he's asking I would typically answer on my other channel, but because it's related to becoming the strongest version of someone else, you know, it's his mother. Here's the situation. I decided to answer it because it has to do with the health of his mother. She's 51 years old, obese, diabetic, had leukemia, arthritis, you know, she's a mess, falling apart, and our buddy, it's 23 years old, loves his mom, wants to see her get healthy, get fit. He sees Elliott Hulse talking about getting fit and healthy to people, and he wonders if I have some advice. How can I get my mom? It seems like nothing's worked. He talks about even surgeries that she's had, and then it doesn't pan out. What can we do? What can I do? So this is why I talk so much about 4 layers of strength. This is why I approach things holistically. This is why, quite frankly, most of the tips, ideas, secrets, methods, strategies that I offer people really are of very little value, right? Because if 100,000 people watch this video, maybe 0.001% will actually take something tangible and produce with it. And some of you guys actually email me and you tell me your results, and I'm like, that's awesome. You are a needle in a haystack, you know? But the thing is that information, ideas, do not help transform a person. Because if it did, we would all be jacked, right? I mean, how many bodybuilding channels do you watch? How many books have you read? How many magazines have you read? How many TV shows? How many seminars? How much have you bombarded your mind with ideas about strength and fitness? And you know what? It doesn't mean that you actually got it, right? Because ideas don't help people. What helps people, and this is why I talk the way I do, is showing them a way that perhaps they could transform their character. Who they are is more important than what they know and what they do. You see, because a lot of people do stuff and a lot of people know stuff, but their personal identification with a character is far more impactful in how their lives will be played out than the thing they know or the thing they seemingly do. So, you know, you can tell your mom what to do, but it's not going to get done, and it's not going to get done effectively and efficiently if she doesn't change her character structure, who she thinks she is. It begins with energetic strength. That's why when I talk about 4 layers of strength, energetic strength is one of the deepest. It is the deepest because it has to do with the psychology of the individual. There's a really fascinating book by Maxwell Maltz. It was written like in the 1960s called Psycho-Cybernetics. And this guy was a plastic surgeon. And people would come into his office and their face would be unpleasant to them. You know, maybe they had a big nose or really big ears, and they were unhappy with themselves. Their lives weren't what it should be, and they came to him to fix their nose or fix their ears. And he discovered that even after fixing the physical posture of an individual, changing their nose, making it smaller, or pinning their ears back so it's not like Mickey Mouse any longer, they still felt a particular way about themselves and their lives were still miserable. In fact, a lot of them looked in the mirror and they still saw a big nose even though it was significantly smaller. Because your eyes don't see, your mind does. And your mind sees what you're personally identified with. And if you're personally identified with a big nosed person or personally identified with a sick fat person, that's what you will see, that's how you will behave, that's what your life will look like. Do you understand? So to help your mom, I can't tell you, oh, well, you know what she needs to do? She needs to get on these anti-inflammatory supplements, take fish oil, she needs to drink more water, she needs to go to bed at night, she needs to do this type of exercise to stimulate this type of response, and she needs to start eating these types of foods. All that is shit. All that don't mean anything. None of that is gonna help. You can tell people all the right shit. That's why I have no problem giving all my ideas away for free here, because it don't mean it's gonna change you. Transforming a person's consciousness, slipping around here. Transforming a person's consciousness. Oh man, too many videos today. Is what's impactful. The way they see themselves, their character. And there are methods to have that happen, but it is very different than tools, tips, and techniques. It literally requires a brainwashing of yourself to see yourself in a different light. Affirmations, visualization, meditation, these are all forms of mental transformation that are far more resourceful for becoming a stronger version of yourself because it's more root oriented, then here's some tips and secrets. Go do this. You see what I'm saying? So that's it, man. The thing is, your mom's 51 years old, you're 23 years old. If you spend your time trying to change her, you're basically wasting your youth. I know you love your mom, I get it. There are people that I love that I wish I could see them happy. People very dear to me. But I realize, especially if it's your parents, that your biggest contribution to their honor, to making their life or living a legacy that is representative of their life, is to become a stronger version of yourself first. You do it so that you can say, hey mom, your DNA lives on in me. Your ideas live on in me. And then you go and inspire people who are moving forward with the stronger version of yourself. Good luck, dude.
Yo, Elliot,